Let me wait to see who all gonna get in here. And yes, I got super cute.
The different future starts with you. That's why GoDaddy does more to help you find a name. You can create, sell, and get found online so any small business can make a change. We need a new generation of thinking, your way of thinking. Start different at GoDaddy.com. Get found online so any small business can make a change. We need a new generation of thinking, your way of thinking. Start different at GoDaddy.com. Get found online so any small business.
That is so random. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what just happened with that, but I'm waiting to see how many people go get in here. I got cute because I need to use my pretty girl privilege for this video. Because I know I'm going to piss some people off. And hopefully they'll give me the pretty girl treatment. All the women that, or all the people that wanted to be mods, you should be active. I even buttered myself up. Do you see the glow? This is Rihanna Fenty that I have on tonight. And I'm wearing my favorite Dior perfume because I like to smell good. Okay, I think let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and bring this video up. Now, I personally didn't see anything wrong with Brandon's video, but there were some things that I wanted to talk about because, you know, he's for Red Pill, and y'all know how I feel about Red Pill. But before I get into this, I wanted to say this, and I want to get your opinion on this when I say this. If women can go around and promote whole phases and call it sexual liberation and women empowerment, why can't men do the same thing? Because that's what I feel like Red Pill is. But it's a phase. It should be. These men today are trying to turn it into a lifestyle, which I don't agree with. I agree with the phase, but I don't agree with the lifestyle. Then another thing, if we're out here chanting whole phases, sexual liberation, all of that, y'all don't think men, y'all don't think who are we going to have these whole phases with? Ourselves? Other women? Like, we have to be realistic. And I feel like this is why I be trying to encourage women to heal, because sometimes I feel like the falsehood of hurt that brings this, I feel like being unhealed as a woman, it brings a falsehood to your lifestyle and trying to understand men. Your object or your only objective is to hate anything that they do or say. And that's not me. I am reasonable. That's why I'm about to break this video down and be reasonable. But let's be real. Like, if we're out here promoting whole phases, who are we going to have these whole phases with? We're all not lesbian or bisexual. So let's be real. So this is real talk with Yanie. We're going to be real about it. We're not going to be delusional because some man hurt us last year. Well, that was me. I got hurt last year. But we're not going to allow relationship trauma to narrate our lives. Like, we're not going to do that. We're going to think with a clear mind, and we're going to be realistic and reasonable. So let's go ahead and get into this. Honestly, I don't think he said anything bad. I just like joking about the two Chainz. I just think it's funny. But let's go ahead and get into this. I don't and then this is another thing. I don't necessarily agree with whole phases, just because based off of my experience, it, like, if there is a phase that you go through where you have to heal from, is it really healthy? Is it really beneficial to you and your well-being if you have to heal from a phase? So that's what I personally learned with my whole phase last year was it hurt. Like when it ended, how it ended, it hurt. Like it was not fun. And everyone's whole phase is different. Mine was just basically engaging in casual sex with a friends with benefits type style situation. It wasn't hopping from bed to bed, but everyone's whole phase is different. So my whole phase was friends with benefits and casual sex, and I got my feelings hurt. So I had to heal from that whole phase. So it wasn't all that it was that so many sexually liberated women made it seem like it was cracked up to be. But not every woman is the same either. So maybe there are women out here who can handle and their emotions, mask their emotions, suppress their emotions to have an orgasm. I'm not one of those women, and I'm not trying to be one of those women because it hurts. Okay, I had to go to therapy. Let me get through this and not cuss, because I forget this is live. Let me get through this and not cuss. Okay. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I should have had this video up, but I forgot. But I would love for y'all to chime in on this because this generation is really big on physical, and this generation is not really big on emotional. I had to enjoy my weekend, you guys. So this is why I'm reacting to it today, because I actually like to do things outside of YouTube. Hold on, wait. And that's what I want to get into, because Brandon, he is really big on spirituality. So I really want to understand his stance on this red pill, mixing energies and souls with so many different people, and then being spiritual. And this is the thing that I found with men. I found that with men, they tend to be all spiritual all up until it comes to a nut. Like they'll be spiritual, but when it comes to having sex, that's like, oh no, I can't do that. So it's like, are you really spiritual, or is it just sound good? Because when I think of spirituality, I think about how there are energy vampires out here. There are demons that you encounter in other people. And if you're vibrating on a certain frequency and they're not, it kind of like messes up your energy. So I noticed that particularly with Black men, they're spiritual all up until it involves sex. And then all of a sudden, oh no, I'm not that spiritual because I can't refrain from sex. So I can't refrain from temptation. I can't inflict self-discipline on myself. And that's a common thing that I see among Black men. It's like, oh yeah, I'm spiritual, but yeah, I still need to have sex with like 10 different women. So I don't know, it's just interesting to me. But let's get into this. And I know so many men like that. And I'm just like, you're not that spiritual if you don't understand the importance of not, submerging your energy with random people. And I'm not saying they random, but it's like, you really don't know if it's casual. You don't know a person when it's casual sex because it's casual. In order for it to not be casual, you have to get to know a person. You got to know their character, who they are, blah, blah, blah. You got to go through a whole process. So it doesn't make sense. And that's what's confusing about his content and his lifestyle. It's not that I want him to be a traditional man. It's just the simple fact that his lifestyle doesn't make sense to me. I can't be the only one. Oh, I was not talking ish. How do I like separate this? Okay, cool. People are saying, hold on, let's see what he had to start. I only watched the intro, so let's see.
Bro, a female YouTuber, she went in on me, bro. The beautiful Yoni and her subscribers went in on me, bro. You should read the comments. Go to her channel. Look, I'm gonna put the link down in the description. Go on the channel, click on the live chat, and just read the comments. They went in on me. It was hilarious. But listen. Yoni, I'm making this video for you. We're gonna talk female, but because you have some questions and you were watching my videos, you have some questions, you were making certain comments, and of course, your subscribers were making comments as well. And of course, you guys were wrong, but you don't know me, so it's understandable. But I want to talk to you really quick, baby girl. Yo, fine. She look good, cause Yoni look good. Hey, but listen. Before we hop into this, you are extremely attractive. I love your vibe, like for real. But anyway, let's hop to the video.
Let me turn this off because I don't know what this copyright. I do have a question. I love compliments, by the way, so thank you. I want to say this. Does that really work on women? The two chains, the shirt off, like, does that really work on women? I'm not that easy, so I'm just, I be wanting to know, like, you got health insurance, dental, vision. That's what I want to know. You got a job? Are you chasing your purpose in life? I mean, I'm not that easy. That's why I'm not a female. I'm a woman. So there's just a different approach when it comes to us. That type of stuff, it don't really impress me. But I appreciate the compliment, though, because it's just really sweet. Demetrius, thank you for the $10. He said, Yanie, red pill for men is about self-actualization and observable reality, which means the pursuit of wealth and power, which in part will include having a woman at some time. When I watch red pill content, I don't see that. I see out of wedlock births. I hear sexually transmitted disease. I hear about, let me get wealth for a woman to have on my arm and I use as a trophy, I guess. And, let me get this nice car to impress a woman. Like, I don't never hear this self-talk that you are describing. And that's why I'm not really here for the red pill content, because everything is about getting a woman. Now, let me be fair, right? Because I'm a fair person. We see this same trend when we speak on the femininity movement. Being more feminine is all about getting a man that's wealthy, that can provide us with Birkin bags and designer shoes. I don't promote that on my channel. And I have made that clear. And if you watch my femininity series, we talked about men one time, and it was just about basically respect them in the same way that you want to be respected. That's it. We talked about them one time throughout a 5-part series. So I have to be fair when I say it's not just red pill content creators. It's also these, it's not, I won't say feminine channels that, promote hypergamy, not all, but a lot. And they like to focus on men and wealth. And it's not really about self. No one ever talks about the internal work, which no one wants to listen to that because it's considered boring. So we never even get to really get into that. Well, that's because you got a lot of red pill fakers. Do you feel like Brandon is one of them? Because he promotes red pill, but whenever he promotes it, it's all about women and female nature. And I think Black men particularly, you guys need self-love just as much as we do. Because Black people collectively, we have low self-esteem. Yeah, the real ones, where are y'all at? Because every time I listen to Red Pill, it's all about how to get a woman, do this to get a woman, do this to do. And then y'all setting yourselves up for failure because the content that you're making is for nerdy men that I'm interested in, by the way, but it's for nerdy men that are socially like disconnected from game. And so they're taking that content in like it's literally black and white, and it's not. So, and you're setting them up to get used. You're setting them up to get used by women like Instagram baddies who want you for money. You're setting them up to maybe get trapped. Like you're literally setting them up. So it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then he got mad when this girl was trying to basically get him for $3,000. It's like the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to get back in return. And he should know that because he's a spiritual person, right? Okay.
Gang, this is static. Gang. All right, bro. I'm going to catch you guys up to speed really quick. Like I said, this YouTuber named Yanie, she watched some of my YouTube videos and she reacted to a few of my YouTube videos. The video is way too long. I wasn't about to sit here and make an hour-long reaction. Like, she watched my videos for like an hour because I'm going to keep it a stack. Yanie, I watched your video, so I'm just going to make this response. But yeah, I'm not reacting to an hour-long video. Ain't no way. I think what happened is you guys are viewing me through a certain lens. You see what I'm saying? I think you went into it thinking I'm red pill and I'm like a woman hater. Based on certain statements you were saying, based on certain things that you and your subscribers were saying. I'm red pill to a certain degree, but not like how them dudes are. I'm only red pill in the fact that I teach men to focus on themselves and to become the best version of themselves. You even said you saw me back when I was with my ex. So you saw how I got hella fat and I couldn't lose weight. As you can see, I lost hella weight. As you can see, I upgraded and leveled up my whole life.
Let me just put this out here, okay? Y'all know I'm into the husky men, okay? The bigger, the better. I'm into husky men. So fat and couldn't lose weight. I didn't see that. let me just point that out. I'm into the huskier men, okay? I'm into the big and tall, because I'm a tall girl. So it's like, listen, we're not about to do that. We're not about to body shame men, but not a teddy bear necessarily, just big and tall, okay? Husky. Solid, you probably push some weight a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, but I wanted to say this. He said, like those other men. So you're agreeing with us as women when we say that those men are hateful of women, but they are collectively grooming a generation or a group of men to do what? Hate us while in relationships? Is that what you're saying? Because I think that's what you're saying. So Perez said, they claim spirituality to convince themselves that karma is not real because you can manifest your own reality, avoiding responsibility. Ooh, thank you for the $4.99. I agree with that. I think it's a cover up to really heal and really do the work, but we'll see what else he has to say. But he says, and Brandon, I'm so aware of the fact that you teach this on your platform, but some of the things that you say contradicts what you teach. And that's what I don't understand. Another example would be when I reposted you on my Instagram, and let me go ahead and pull it up right now so you can see what I'm talking about. I actually reposted you on my Instagram, and it was because you were informing your followers about December the 21st, the Jupiter conjunction that was taking place. And I actually reposted your video on my platform because I was doing research on it. And I'm like, dang, I can't find anyone that's not a scientist using scientific terms to explain what December 21st is really about spiritually. So I came across your video and I reshared it with my followers because you were the only one that was explaining what was happening. And let me show you the receipts for this. Let me show you the receipts. Okay. So this was a video that he did that I was very interested in. It was a very, very good video. Very, very good video. And he was explaining from a spiritual standpoint what we needed to do in order to benefit from that energy shift that took place on December the 21st. Yeah, can you guys like the video? If you're in here, can you like the video, please? Thank you so much. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all that. I wanted to show you guys that. So I'm not no man hater. I'm not no Brandon hater. Okay, I don't hate people. Hate does not live in my heart. Only love. And if I don't like you, that means I just don't deal with you. It don't mean I hate you. There are people who have done horrible things to me, and I will never spew hate toward them because it's just not my nature. So let's get back to his video. Spirituality is the new trend. That's so true, because I've been on this spiritual journey since the beginning. Since like prior to me losing 150 pounds, like I've been on a spiritual journey and I've been consistent. But I did fall into the trap of this whole trend that so many people feel is so beneficial. So let's get back to this.
I have my own home in LA. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I teach men how to do that. And yes, my lifestyle is not for the normal women, good girls. Of course not. Oh, we got to talk about that really quick. The reason why I only mess with the Insta thoughts and the IG models is because, man, I'm not in the business of hurting women. Let me repeat that. I'm not in the business of hurting women. I don't lie to women. I'm not lying to women and telling women, yeah, I'm open to a relationship just so we can have sex for 3 or 4 months and then ghost her. Dudes out here operate like that. I hope you know that. Me, I don't do that because I'm extremely spiritual and I believe in karma. If you're out here lying to women and you're hurting women, some karma's going to come and get you. So me, I don't lie to people. I keep it a stack.
Now this part of the video, just if we could like cut that out from the start to the finish of me pausing that video. I respect this so much. I respect this so much. I respect this a lot. And like I said earlier in this video, to the women that are calling him a cornball and things like that, but then you'll turn around and be like, oh, hot girl summer, whole face. Like, girl, please sit down. Please. Because you're a hypocrite at that point. You're hypocritical. But no, I actually agree with that. Are y'all hearing what he's saying? Like, I don't think y'all hearing what he's saying. He would rather be upfront and real about how he's not ready to settle down. He's not ready to be in a relationship. Ladies, be real with yourself. How many times have you been breadcrumbed, lied to, gaslighted, and manipulated by a man who led you on thinking that he wanted something real, something more with you, and he didn't? This is a man that's like, hey, this is what it is. Either you with it or you not. Like, come on. Like, y'all gotta meet these men in the middle. Like, they not gonna do what you want them to do. And that's part of the problem. You got too many women thinking that they have some type of control over a man. You don't. You have no control. This is why I tell you guys, take what they say and make it work for you. Make it work for you. Because you can't control a man. A man is gonna do what he's gonna do at the end of the day. Trust me, I know about it. I got 2 brothers. They're going to do what they want to do, and there's nothing that you can do about it. All you can do is worry about what you're going to do, how you going to move, what you're going to tolerate, what you're going to accept. He's telling you what it is. Appreciate a man and his honesty. But y'all too focused on wanting him to do what you want him to do. You're too focused on wanting him to live how you want him to live. But then if the same thing was done to you in return, if a man came to you and said, oh, you need to wear a turtleneck. Oh, you need to keep your legs closed. Oh, you don't need to have more than 5 sex partners. Then, oh my gosh, why is he trying to control my life? But then you want to sit up here and tell him to do the same thing. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You have to be reasonable and real. If this man is being honest, we're not about to shame him for honesty when we got niggas running among us, dusties that will lie to us, breadcrumb us, and drag us through the mud, all because they don't want to commit. Y'all have to be realistic. So no, I appreciate his honesty. I appreciate his honesty. And that's the number one thing that I appreciate. But y'all gotta respect people that don't want traditionalism. All of us don't want traditionalism, and we have to meet somewhere in the middle. And meeting somewhere in the middle means at least have standards when you're being untraditional. At least be honest. At least have integrity when you're being untraditional. That's all I'm saying. I'm not about to convince people to live a lifestyle that I'm living. Like, that's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. And y'all gotta stop doing that. Shaming people for not living the way you feel that they should. Have integrity, focus on a man's character, and I tell you guys this all the time. To determine if a man is truly a dusty or not, it's not by his pockets, it's not by his car, it's not by his house, it's not by how many bags and shoes he can buy you. It's about if the man has integrity, and I've been saying that since day one. But y'all think if a man got a certain amount in his bank account, he can buy you this, he can gift you this, he has this car, he has this house, you automatically think he's high value, and that does not make a high value man. A high value man is a man with integrity. He's going to do right by you when you don't agree. He's going to do right by you when you're not looking, when you're not around, and he's going to do right by you when he makes his mistakes. Because guess what? We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. None of us. Not one of us. So y'all got to give these men room to make their mistakes too. You're not going to meet a perfect man, but you have to have your boundaries. You have to have your boundaries on what you want to allow and what you want to tolerate. That's it. But you can't control a man, and you can't expect a man to do what you want him to do. He's grown. So y'all got to start being realistic. Like, you have to be real. You cannot live in this fantasy world thinking men are just going to conform to what you want them to do. It's not real. It's not realistic.
I'm man enough and strong enough to let a beautiful woman know off top, like, baby girl, this will never be anything. Never. But me and you can have sex and that's it. So that's what I'm saying. You guys got to understand. You guys were looking at me through this certain lens to where it's like, oh, look at how he's talking about and look at how he's treating women. It's like, because I'm not hurting them. Women know what they getting with me. They know it's not going to be a relationship. They know Brandon don't want kids. Like Brandon's not looking for a wife. Brandon's not looking for a girlfriend. So if I want to hang out with Brandon, we're just going to get lit. We're going to get lit. We're going to smoke. We're going to drink, whatever, and have sex. That's it. Like, you see what I'm saying? So my subscribers, my people, the Dark Knight gang, they already know that about me. They know how I live my life. They know this is how I've always wanted to live my life. Have sex with girls, get hella money. Like, you see, I got over 600K YouTube subscribers. You know I'm making money. I make six figures easy. You feel me? So my subscribers, they know, like, Brandon lives this lifestyle. He wants to live this lifestyle, and he's teaching others how to become the best versions of themselves to live whatever lifestyle that they want. I don't push my lifestyle on others because I realize not everybody wants to live like me.
What did I just say? I don't feel like me and Brandon are disagreeing on anything. I think it's more so our followers. But Antoine said, a man without purpose will distract himself with pleasure. Now, see, when we speak on spirituality, this is the part that I agree with. This is the part where I'll be like, okay, him choosing this lifestyle makes total sense to me, right? Because it's his choice. But then when you have to bring spirituality into it, it don't align. Like, it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me, because if a spiritual person truly that is spiritual, and I call myself a realist when it comes to my spirituality, and not because, oh, I believe in things that I can't see. Not that. It's I'm real with myself. And by me being real with myself, I know that there are certain things that I should not be doing because it's harmful to my spiritual growth. So I'm not going to intertwine with all of, like, so many different men or just people. Like, I'm so protective of my energy. I'm not going to allow just any and everybody in my space. And that goes for both men and women. That goes for just people in general. So when I speak on being a realist when it comes to spirituality, I'm understanding of the fact that I can't just intertwine my energy, my aura, with just any and everybody. And that there is a vetting process that needs to take place before I even lay with someone. Like that's me. I have to make sure that that is together first. And when you are engaging in casual sex, you can't do that. And see, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Brandon right here, right? I'm looking at him right here. And then I'm looking at his spirituality. And they're not aligned. Alignment is like, they like this, but they're not aligned. It's like, this is the angel side, and then this is the demon side. It's like, ooh, pleasure. And then this is spirituality. It's like, they don't go together. You got to pick and choose. You can't have it both ways. And that's just me being real. Like, you cannot have it both ways. You cannot be deep in temptation and deep in spirituality. It just don't work like that. I'm sorry. Let's see. Now, this is the part that I don't agree with. But let's see. When we speak on his lifestyle and his spirituality.
So I don't be telling people, hey, bro, you gotta live like this, you gotta live like that. I'm not about that. Everybody wants to live life however they want to live life, and that's completely fine. All I do is teach men how to achieve that. I teach men about discipline. I teach men about self-control. Like, all right, you watched my video. You saw that I turn up. I smoke, I drink, I do hardcore drugs here and there. It is what it is. But yet I'm still able to stay in great shape. I'm still able to upload videos every single day. My channel is growing. My money is growing. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's because of my extreme level of discipline and my extreme level of self-control. So I teach other men how to have self-control. Because if you know how to control yourself as a man, if you know how to control yourself as a man, and if you are disciplined, and if you take care of your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotional health, you can achieve whatever you want in this life. So that's what I teach my dudes. That's what I teach the homies. And they literally are witnessing me manifest all of my goals and dreams every single day.
Now, okay, let me stop him right there. Now, Brandon, hi. I just want to know, will you be able to, maybe inflict that discipline onto yourself to stop hardcore drugs? Or is that something that you cannot do? Even if it's just for 30 days, 30 days, 60 days. Do you think you could do like a cleanse where you don't do hardcore drugs? Because you preach about self-discipline. So I'm just curious. Just food for thought, just want to know.
So yeah, I understand you guys are watching it and kind of confused, like, wait, so now he's giving advice, but then he's talking about fuck these hoes. It's because, once again, I'm not dealing with the normal good women. I'm not in the business of hurting women. I'm in the business of just focusing on myself, becoming the best version of myself, and having sex when I want to have sex. So yeah, man, that's how it is, baby girl. But listen, really quick, I did want to say this. I respect you 100%. I see what you're doing with your channel, and that shit is beautiful. You're teaching women how to have higher standards. You're teaching women to expect more from men, and that shit is beautiful. It's just, of course, you and your subscribers, you guys wouldn't be the type of woman that wants to date me. Like in that video, I said normal women don't really mess with me. They don't, because how I want to live my life. You see what I'm saying? So they don't mess with me. So you and your subscribers, y'all wouldn't want to date a man like me, and nothing's wrong with that. It's completely fine. But
he ain't lying about that. He ain't. And I mean that respectfully, y'all. I mean that respectfully because that's just a lot. But let me. Y'all know I wanted to go to school for psychology, but I had to drop out because I was broke and I couldn't afford it. Okay, so let me assess him without being certified and having a degree. I just want to assess him for a sec because I used to watch him in D for years, and this is my assessment on him. But first, Aaliyah, thank you for the $5. She said, all these substances while being spiritual sounds like he needs to finish his shadow work. Thank you. But you know what? Let me get into it right now. I feel like Brandon is currently in his shadow side. I think he's in this phase where he knows what he needs to do for himself spiritually, but like his shadow side is keeping him from being able to do that. And his shadow side won't allow him to meet a woman of my caliber, your caliber, because he's currently in this space where he's reacting and living and narrating from his shadow side, which I still respect because we all have a shadow side. Another thing is, I think the reason why Brandon is like this, and he's saying that this is how I always wanted to live my life. So basically his relationship that we saw play out here on YouTube wasn't something that he truly, truly wanted. And maybe he felt like, you know, he had to be in this relationship and he had to do, you know, what typical men do at that age, which honestly I felt was fairly young. And I felt like, you know, during that time that he was in that relationship, this is what he should have been doing, finding himself, working on his shadow side and making himself to be a better man. But because he was in a relationship when he was younger, I think that is the reason why he's in this space and in this energy now. And I'm still going to respect it. And the reason why is because I did not come from the best place. Like my shadow side is a side of myself that I'm still working on each and every day. So for me to sit here and judge this man because he has a shadow side that he's openly expressing and talking about, I feel like I would be whack for that. Like I would be whack for that. So again, I mean, this is a man that is so honest. And it's like you can't do nothing but respect that, because there's too many men out here that gaslight, manipulate, and lie. So it's like when you come across a man that's just honest about it, like you have to respect that. Like you just have to. Ariel said, I respect men like him because I can treat him accordingly. Right. Such as not dealing with him or not take him serious. Like just have fun, but move on. Right. Get that head, get that bread. And then you did, basically, because that is the type of energy that he's in. And that is the type of woman that he's going to attract. So what I didn't understand from the original video that I reacted to, or the videos that I reacted to the other day, was the simple fact that he was upset that based off of the energy that he was putting out, he was getting that back in return and was upset about it. How can you sit up here and be like, oh, I don't want nothing serious, da, 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 but then you meet women who want to be transactional with you, which means that's nothing serious, and then you get upset about it. If you don't want that type of woman, you can't put that type of energy out. And I teach that. I teach that on my platform with women all day, every day, about how you are what you attract. So if you are a broken person, expect to attract a broken. If you are a broken woman, expect to attract a broken man. That is just my rule of thumb. And I think we need to start being more real with ourselves. Hold on. Did I miss a comment? But I think that's what he's on right now. Like, you got to understand, this man was in a relationship in his late 20s. And he is a Pisces, you guys. He's a Pisces. So he's 29 or 30. And so when he was in that relationship, he was missing out. Like, that was his prime to do what he's currently doing. And listen, I'm a late bloomer too, so it is what it is. Flourishing every day. Thank you for the 777. Oh, that's so sweet. Women and men, let's continue on birthing the best versions of ourselves. Yes, thank you. I love that. But we have to be honest with ourselves. You got to be honest with yourself. You can't improve yourself if you're not honest. And Brandon needs to start getting honest about his spiritual journey versus his lifestyle. Like, they don't go together. They do not go together. And the main reason, it's not because it's non-traditional. It's because he is mixing his energy and his aura with these Instagram baddies that are chasing a bag. They're not chasing a purpose. So you got to be careful with that. And I really want to know what his spiritual, because I got spiritual teachers. I just want to know what his spiritual teachers are talking about. That's what I want to know. Like, how does your spiritual teacher feel about this? But I don't know. There's some crazy spiritual teachers out here, so who knows?
But if you wanted to have a good time and have some great sex and some nasty, freaky sex, you would hit me up. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I just want to make this video really quick and just give you my response. Like I said, I respect what you're doing. Y'all went in on me, but it's cool. I get laughed at every day. I get people coming to my channel talking shit every day, so I ain't tripping. But yeah, man, shout out to the gang. Of course, reactions are coming later on today. I'll probably drop like 2 or 3 reactions. I just wanted to make this response to the beautiful Yanie really fast. You feel me? Your boy had to throw the Chainz on, take the shirt off.
Oh my God.
I
literally pointed
see
that out.
these shoulders, guys. You see this muscle. You see these tats, baby girl. All right, let me stop. But nah, man, nah. Everybody continue to live your best life.
Facts.
Everybody continue to go after all your goals and dreams.
Facts.
Continue to level up as a man. Continue to become the best version of yourself.
Facts.
Like I told you, bro, whatever type of lifestyle that you want, as long as you're disciplined, determined, you have self-control, and you work towards it every single day, you can have whatever life that you want. If you want to live like me to where you got money, you got your own home, and you fuck thoughts whenever you want, then you have to put in the work for this. You guys have seen me work 2 years non-stop, working out, drinking water, taking care of myself, becoming the best version of myself so I can live the life that I've always wanted to live. You guys have seen me do it. So, bro, you can do it too. Trust me, you can do it too. Just believe in yourself, cuz. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta work hard towards it. But yeah, man, shout out to the gang. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Yanie, you are absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna shoot my shot over the internet, but you my type. Skin tone, lips, and you're intelligent. You my type, girl. Come to LA, hit me up. We can link up on some friend tip. Fine. Listen. I'll make an exception for you. With you, I won't expect sex. We can just go out, talk, and have a good time.
Of course
Deal?
you can.
Deal? See y'all next time. Shout out to the gang. Peace.
Of course you can't expect sex with me. Oh my goodness. That's just a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. But I want to say this. To even hold my attention, it's just I don't even want to get into it. It's water under the bridge. But I just wanted to say this. Your lifestyle, it matters when it comes to your spirituality. And I think he's out of tone with spirituality. Skin tone, yeah. That you know what? I can go off on a tangent with that one, but I'm just not going to get into that today. But and then his last video, he said, "Yo, we clocking you." Your last video, you said, "Oh, she was chocolate," but then you were like, "Oh, but no, she's my skin tone." Y'all see how I gotta be on my P's and my Q's because I'm not trying to get with a colorist man. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I caught that, and then this, I'm like, nah, skin tone, that's not a compliment. That's just weird. Like when I think of men, I don't be separating them by colors like we in grade school and we over here picking out crayons out of a crayon box. We just don't do that. That's not cute. Okay? So, let me see. He getting you hyped. Yes. Yeah, he is. Because this is the stuff I be talking about. You got to stay away from the colorist men, man. There's some childhood trauma in there that you're not trying to deal with. Trust me. Okay. Now, I wanted to end that because there's something else that I want to talk about. I brought you here today to talk about something else too. So I don't know if you guys follow this couple on Instagram, but I'm going to be pulling them up here in a sec. Oh yeah, girl, this is good. So we're about to react to this guy. Now, first, let me give you a little bit of a history about this couple. I think, yeah. Okay. Because this girl, this threw me for a loop. Okay, this threw me for a loop. So let's get into this here. You know what? Let me bring it up on my. Do you guys know who is it? Delser? Chanel Delser? think that's how you pronounce her name. And her boyfriend, his name is Duke. They've been together since like 2016 or 2017. They're like a fitness couple. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Somebody said I'm already itching from this dusty situation. Okay, let's talk about it. Did y'all see the podcast? Girl, let's get into it. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm going to give you guys a little bit. Chanel. Okay. So this is her platform. She is basically a fitness guru. And girl, her body is banging. Look at her body. Look at her body. Okay. Now, hold on. She got a nice body. I don't care what nobody say. Her body is banging. Her body is gorgeous. Okay. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory, but this is who she is. She's an entrepreneur. She's like a fitness guru, and she is a hard worker in so many different ways. Like when it comes to fitness, business, she just seems like she's an all around, just well-rounded woman, right? She is gorgeous. This her man. Let me show you her man. Okay, the Duke. He's called the Duke. So let's go to his page. They are a nice looking couple, by the way. They a nice looking couple. So this her man. Okay, that white and that brown, just beautiful skin is just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, so this is her man. Now they have been together since like either 2016 or 2017. He lived in LA and she lived in New York. So the reason why I brought you here today is because we're going to react to this podcast. And they're going to give you a little bit of a backstory about, who they are, how they came together. Well, no, I'm going to show you the podcast first. Oh, wait, what I just did? I'm going to show you the podcast first, but let me go back to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Real Yanie. If you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Okay, cool. Also, if you're still in here, please like this video.
Right. We can't speak for other men, right? But generally speaking, most of the women we've dealt with in the past have been good women, right? And I think that a good woman looks good on paper. A good woman looks good on paper.
Supposed to go undefeated on paper.
She has all the things. She can cook, clean, right? She can.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, she's
slaying that thing. On paper, you amazing.
She's loyal, right? She has a good heart.
Yeah,
she's nice and sweet and good etiquette. She may come from a good family, right? She's good on. When you look at the paper, you're like, yo, this is it.
Yeah.
Right. But the right woman. The right woman has intangibles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The right woman has intangibles that you really can't pinpoint that mesh with your intangibles.
Things that you didn't even know that were important to you.
Yeah. So that's why it's much harder to identify the right woman because you can't necessarily see them on paper.
Yeah.
Right? But a good woman, there's plenty of women you could mess with or been involved with that other people be like, yo, like, why you didn't wife her?
Right. Right.
Yo, like, why you didn't wife her? Or like, yo, she was pretty, bro. She did this. Bro. Like, how could you not wife her, right? Yeah. You be like, I don't know, man.
She's really good, though.
Because it's that thing.
Unfortunately, she's just not the right one. She's going to make somebody really happy one day.
She's not the wrong one.
She's not the wrong one. She's just not the right one.
She's just not the right one. And I think when we start talking about good women, man, I mean, there are, like, everyone's not a good woman, but for the most part, like, we can literally say, like, most of the women we've dealt with in the past have been good women, right? It's fair to say, right? But it don't matter. matter in certain situations. When it comes to like taking that next step, right, and building with someone and being with someone, it's not necessarily the good woman that gets that position, or the good man. You know, play both sides, right? Because we gotta be fair, right? It's not about the good man. It's not about the guy that's like smart, intelligent. It's the guy that you mesh with.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it's important to just understand that, like, although.
Now, I'm going to stop him right there. Okay. Now, imagine if your man went on a podcast like that. Okay. He went on a podcast and gave that commentary, and y'all been in a relationship, living together, sleeping together, got businesses together, right? Y'all basically share everything that a married couple would share, but he done went on this podcast, gave this commentary, and y'all not married. So are you the placeholder woman? Because that's basically what he's saying. And he's basically saying that she's a placeholder. That there are tangible things that she is not meeting in order for him to actually do right by her and marry her. But he can do business with her. He can live with her. He can have sex with her. That's what he's saying. If my man, listen. This is why I don't believe in shacking up, because I feel like if you shack up, it's a risk taker. It's a risk taker. You may never get the commitment that you want. You may never get marriage. You may never be able to make a solid foundation for any future kids that you may have when you are living with a man and having sex with a man, because men, they do these activities where procreation is involved, but then all of a sudden you're pregnant, all of a sudden it's your fault. So this is my question. How would you feel if your man that you've been with since 2016, 2017, that you've been living with for a few years, more than a few years, get on this podcast and give this type of commentary? How would you feel? You got to make sure as a woman that you're not being a placeholder for a man. Basically, a placeholder is a woman that is in place for a man where she makes his life comfortable, easy, structured, right? And she's just playing this role. It's temporary. It's not long lasting. And then when he finds someone that he really is into that can bring him tangible things that you're not giving him, he switches up. He leaves. He switches up on you out of the blue. Meanwhile, in your mind, you thinking, oh, we're heading towards another or a higher level of commitment, marriage, lifelong partner, whatever you want to look at it as. But he is trying to figure out his exit plan because he just used you as a placeholder. But let's continue. Aaliyah said, hold on, basically said she a good woman. Yeah, he done said it. I don't know how many times. Being a good woman it ain't enough. But not the right woman for him. Like, I would feel like a stepping stone for him to find that 20% he looking for, right? And that's basically what he's doing. You got to be careful. This is why I don't advise shacking up. It's not that I don't advise shacking up because of religion or standards of society. You don't know if you playing yourself when you shack up. It's a risk taker. There are exceptions to what I'm saying. Some women, it actually works out for them. Some women, it doesn't.
You know, I'm a woman. If I'm a woman, I'm doing all the things right, technically. And I should be progressing with this man. Mm-hmm. Just understand, it's not necessarily like you. It's not necessarily a you thing. It's just about like what's right for me. And I think that's where the difference is.
You over there cooking with grease now, okay? you over there cooking with grease now. It's getting hot.
Okay.
And because we talked about this earlier in the season, and a lot of people thought it was just fun and games when Duke said, it's not you.
It's me. Right.
It's me. No, legitimately, it's not you, because someone can look at you
and say, this is everything that I've ever wanted. You could give someone the feeling, but I may not necessarily get that feeling, and I think a good woman is everything that you really thought that you wanted. Like when you kind of put it on paper, like this is what I want. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want her to look like this. I want her to do this.
Ideal.
Right. But you ever put everything on paper and you left out the way that you want the person to make you feel?
Yeah.
In every moment, just like when I'm sad, I want the person that I love to make me feel this way. When I'm happy, I want them to make me feel this way. When I'm entertaining, I want them to make me feel this way. We've never really done that to where it chronicle it like that. It's just like, I want them to make this. I want them to look this. I want them to dress this. And that's kind of like as far as our list goes, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we come across so many good women.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because you have a list. You got a list.
Yeah.
So you come across so many good women, right? But when you come across the right woman, you look back at your list and you be like, hold on.
None of this shit was on there.
This wasn't on there.
Well, not none of it. But there's a lot of things that popped up that you didn't write down because you didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yo, and to take it a step.
Okay, now let me stop him right there. Can I get more likes in the room, please? Can I get some more likes in the room, please? Please, please, please. Thank you so much. Let me just say this. So basically what he's saying is he fell for a woman that looked good on paper. He was sexually attracted to, right? But there were tangible things that she did not meet. And the fact that this man was on a podcast like this, having a conversation like this, and was bold enough to put it out here for the world to see is insane to me. And I hope this woman that he's in a relationship with wakes up and sees her worth when it comes to this situation, because it's just a mess. But he's basically saying that the reason why he hasn't married this woman that he's been in a relationship with for years, that he's currently living with, the reason is because she just doesn't do tangible things, but he can sleep with her. I'm sure she does his laundry. I'm sure she cooks. I'm sure she's also his business partner. She's all of these things, right? He said she looks good on what, ladies? Paper. But there are these tangible things that she does not do. And it's horrible. Like it's horrible. This is why I don't condone, I don't promote shacking up. I always say, if you're going to do it, it's a risk taker. If you're going to do it, at least be engaged. Don't just go and move in with a man. Don't make yourself easily accessible to him. Tangible things, like he was saying, well, how a woman makes me feel when I'm sad, when I'm happy, when I'm ready to entertain. There's something that he's looking for that he is not, I guess he's not getting from the woman that he's currently in a relationship with. So it could be anything, y'all. Like, you never know how these men think. You never know how they really, really think when it comes to what tangible things he is referring to in this relationship. So who knows? But I told you guys, I said, I want more men to come on this platform because I want more honesty. I want to learn more about men from the source. I don't want to get it from women. I want to get it from men so I can learn how I need to move within my womanhood, within my dating life, and with my decision making when it comes to men. And so with him saying that, that automatically tells me no shacking up whatsoever. No shacking up. And for two reasons. The first one being 50-50. I'm not doing that. The second one being the fact that I may never get the level of commitment that I want. So I'm not going to allow him to have easy access to me 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year, to where somehow now we're a business partner on Instagram. But because I lack tangible, imaginary things, we can't make it official on paper. You got me messed up. So when I say I don't believe in shacking up, it's because I'm trying to get women to avoid situations like this. Like, what the hell is tangible things? Like, intangible things are things, it's not about what's on paper. It could be his imagination, a fantasy. It could be anything, you guys. Like, it could literally be anything. So I don't believe in shacking up. when you shack up, you make it too easy on these men. You make it entirely too easy on men to have access to you. And your biggest flex as a woman is mystery. Your biggest flex as a woman is not being available. Okay? Because especially today. I mean, if y'all go on Reddit, if y'all go on Twitter, there's so many women just making themselves available to any and everybody. But when you close yourself off and you make yourself mysterious and your biggest flex is having mystery to who you are, that man is going to chase you because he's going to want to know more about you, because he can't look you up on Reddit. He can't look you up on Twitter. He can't look you up on Fans Only. He can't look you up on Instagram. And if he can look you up on Instagram, ain't much out there to look at. He can't find you on YouTube. He can't find you on Snapchat. You're leaving mystery. You know what? You're leaving a trail for him to come find you. But there are too many women who feel like, oh, I need to post my whole life on Instagram. I kicked it all week. I kicked it all weekend. I didn't post much of nothing. Because I don't want men to know what I like. I don't want men to know what I'm into. I don't want them to know. I want you to learn. I want you to chase. So because of that, I'm not putting it all out here on the internet for you to see, for you to study. Demetrius said, can you react to Fresh and Fit with the roommates and Kevin Samuels, the shortened version? It's like 28 minutes. Can you email it to me? Email it to me, please. Like, ladies, do not fall into this trap of feeling like you got to compete with women on Instagram. Listen, Instagram is not real life, honey. It's not. You need to be winning offline. You need to be winning offline. You need to be winning. I'm not trying to, like, people all day be like, oh, she ain't got no man. She ain't talking to nobody. Okay. That's fine. You believe what you want to believe. But I'm not about to sit up here and prove a damn thing to you, because at the end of the day, it's about me winning offline. It's not about me faking the funk for some people that don't even know me. That's crazy. So keep a mystery to yourself, because it leaves a trail for a man to chase you. It makes them want to chase you, especially today. Because there's too many women out here that just put everything out on there. So now it's like you're really separating yourselves from the collective when you do that, which makes you a mystery. When you do that, it makes you a mystery in itself.
I even simplify it more, right? A good woman would say, well, I do this. Wow, who wouldn't want me, right? But a good woman is the woman that's socially acceptable for everyone, right?
Dang,
the
I
right
just said
woman
that.
is specifically designed for you.
For you.
Yeah, right? The right woman is specifically designed for you.
Yeah.
Right? So the normal shit, cooking, loyalty, being pretty,
normal.
The normal stuff that's on every man's checklist.
The normal things,
that's a good woman.
And right? Your eyes go up. We live in LA.
Yeah. And then you could be a woman and be like, yo, I got this, and this, but you're not thinking about how am I for this man? Specifically. And you can't tell, because you have to be in a position to be able to even know if you're the right woman, because you can only be the right woman for the right guy. Yeah. Right? But that's like the simplest way to like break it down. It's like the good woman is the woman that's socially acceptable for everyone. Everybody will like on paper. Yeah. So everybody's an ideal woman. Yeah. You know, but the right woman is specifically for you. I think we can't speak for other men. Right? But generally speaking, most of the women we've dealt with in the past have been good women. Right? And I think that a good woman looks good on paper. A good woman looks good on paper.
Supposed to go undefeated on paper.
You know, she has all the things. She can cook, clean, right? She can
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, she's
slaying that. On paper, you amazing.
She's loyal, right? She has a good heart.
Yeah,
she's nice and sweet and good etiquette. She may come from a good family. Right? She's good on, when you look at the paper, you're like, yo, this is it. Yeah. Right? But the right woman, the right woman has intangibles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The right woman has intangibles that you really can't pinpoint that mesh with your intangibles.
Things that you didn't even know that were important to you.
Yeah. So that's why it's much harder to identify the right woman, because you can't necessarily see them on paper. Yeah. Right? But a good woman there's plenty of women you could mess with or been involved with that other people would be like, yo, like, why you didn't wife her?
Right. Right.
Yo, like, why you didn't wife her? Or like, yo, she was pretty, bro. She tripping. Like, how could you not wife her, right? You be like, I don't know, man.
She's really good, though.
Because it's that big.
Unfortunately, she's just not the right one.
She's going to make somebody really happy one day.
She's not the wrong one.
She's not the wrong one. She's just not the right one.
She's just not the right one. And I think when we start talking about good women, man, I mean, there are, like, everyone's not a good woman, but for the most part, like, we can literally say, like, most of the women we dealt with in the past have been good women, right? It's fair to say, right? But it don't matter. It don't matter in certain situations when it comes to, like, taking that next step, right, and building with someone and being with someone. It's not necessarily the good woman that gets that position, or the good man. You know, play both sides. Right.
Okay, let me just say this. So basically, what he's saying, ladies, is you can have a college degree, you can be pretty, you can look like his current girlfriend. But if you don't meet his tangible needs, which I don't know what he means by that. Like, tangible is like things that are not physical, things that are not material. It's all about character, right? It's all about, like, I don't know, being a nurturer, being soft, being supportive, being caring, being all of these. I'm assuming, I can only make assumptions, this is what he's referring to. So it's interesting that he's in a relationship with an Instagram baddie, and he's saying this, and he's with her, and he's been with her. They've been shacking up and living together, business opportunities and everything like that. But then he comes on this podcast and he's giving commentary like this. So it's like, so you're saying that she looks good on paper, but she's not worthy of marriage. That's what you're saying, because she doesn't meet your tangible needs, which I don't even know what that is. But Amanda, thank you. Thank you for the $9.99. She said the fact that they're in their 30s and have a joint YouTube channel and never even married her, like, it's disrespectful and shocking for a Nigerian man. Even Don Benjamin cheating a new to marry. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. Don Benjamin. Let me look that up. And Lane. I don't know who that couple is, but I'm gonna have to look into them. Oh, somebody said he's Americanized. I can't argue with that one. The things that cannot be qualified, they can be spiritual, chemistry-based imagery, etc. So they don't mesh spiritually. They don't have good chemistry, but they look good on paper. Okay. I can get with that. Like, I can get with that. I can get with that. But it's like, why are you stringing her along, though? Why are you breadcrumbing her? You know she wants something more. Come on now. Black Girl Magic 2000. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Tam, thank you so much for the $5. I have never met a man that knew what he wanted in a woman. I have heard you got all I need, but I run after the butt. Right. But now this is a 30-year-old. But let me tell you something. There's, like, everyone, when it comes to, like, red pill content creators, they always talk about how women hit the wall, but men hit the wall too. And basically what he's saying is, oh, I got with a woman that looked good on paper, that was socially acceptable in my circle, but we are not compatible when it comes to tangible things. And so now that he has chased beauty and all of these other things over tangible things, he's now like, okay, actually, I have different needs. Like, I need needs when it comes to this. I need needs when it comes to this. I need needs when it comes to this that have nothing to do with how it looks socially or how it looks on paper. That's what I'm getting from this. Effie said, there is a video with Kevin Samuels on the Poor Black Man's channel. Basically, he caught Kevin on recording saying Black women are not scientifically beautiful. He then debunked Kevin's The Obvious Lie. Well, of course, I think y'all give that man too much credit and too much attention. Kevin Samuels is not God. Kevin Samuels is not a revolutionary. So I don't know why y'all are forcing that title onto him. You know, if you don't agree with what he says, if you are aware that this man is trash, stop giving him attention. Y'all keep y'all keep asking me to talk about him, and I don't want to talk about him because I don't want to give him any more attention than what he already has. Y'all making him famous. The more you bring him up, the more you talk about him, the more you share him, the more you share videos of people reenacting his video, like his commentary and making it into comedy and all of that, you're making him more famous. This is why it's like, I feel bittersweet. It's like, okay, y'all want me to react to it and I want to give you guys what you want. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm being logical here, why would I want to make this man more famous by talking about him and talking about how I don't agree with him? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So if I'm aware that he is a toxic person, I'm not giving him the time nor the day, and he's not coming on my platform. So I don't know.
Right, because we gotta be fair, right? It's not about the good man. It's not about the guy that's like smart, intelligent. It's the guy that you mesh with.
Yeah.
And I think that, it's important to just understand that, like, although, I'm a woman, if I'm a woman, I'm doing all the things right, technically, and I should be progressing with this man. Mm-hmm. Just understand it's not necessarily like you.
Ooh.
It's not necessarily a you thing. It's just about like what's right for me. And I think that's where the difference is.
You over there cooking with grease now, okay? You over there
cooking
with
grease.
It's getting hot.
Okay.
And because we talked about this earlier in the season, and a lot of people thought it was just fun and games when Duke said it's not you.
You guys, did you not hear what this man just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what this man just said? He said, it's not you, it's me. This is, men be knowing. Men know when they want to marry you. They know. They know. And I don't care what they say. It don't take a man long to know. He knows. But see, what they'll do is they'll breadcrumb you and string you along to see if maybe there's someone else they can find, someone else that they consider to be better or better suitable for them or whatever the case may be. The fact that this man is in a relationship and the dynamic of the relationship is what's killing me right now. So he won't marry her because he feels like there's something that's missing. That is so selfish. Yeah, I would move on. And she seems like a great catch. She got but again, like I said, like he said, she looks good on paper. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
It's me.
Right. It's me. No, legitimately, it's not you, because someone can look at you and say, this is everything that I've ever wanted. You could give someone the feeling, but I may not necessarily get that feeling, And I think a good woman is everything that you really thought that you wanted. Like, when you kind of put it on paper, like, this is what I want. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want her to look like this. I want her to do this.
Ideal.
Right. But you ever put everything on paper and you left out the way that you want the person to make you feel?
Yeah.
In every moment, just like when I'm sad, I want the person that I love to make me feel this way. When I'm happy, I want them to make me feel this way. When I'm entertaining, I want them to make me feel this way. We've never really done that. To where it chronicle it like that. It's just like, I want them to make this. I want them to look this. I want them to dress this. And that's kind of like as far as our list goes, right? Yeah. So that's why we come across so many good women.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because you have a list. You got a list.
Yeah.
So you come across so many good women, right? But when you come across the right woman, you look back at your list and you be like, hold up.
None of this shit was on there.
This wasn't on there.
Well, not none of it. But there's a lot of things that popped up that you didn't write down because you didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yo, and to take it to kind of even simplify it more, right? a good woman would say, well, I do this. Wow, who wouldn't want me, right? But a good woman is the woman that's socially acceptable for everyone, right? The right woman is specifically designed for you.
For you.
Yeah. Right? The right woman is specifically designed for you.
Yeah.
Right? So the normal shit, cooking, loyalty, being pretty, the normal stuff that's on every man's checklist, like that's a good woman.
And right? Your eyes go up. We live in LA.
Yeah. And then you could be a woman and be like, yo, I got this, and this, but you're not thinking about how am I for this man? Specifically. And you can't tell because
this is a mess,
you have to be in a position to be able to even know if you're the right woman, because you can only be the right woman for the right guy. Yeah. Right? But that's like the simplest way to like break it down. It's like the good woman is the woman that's socially acceptable for everybody. Everybody will like on paper. Yeah. So everybody's an ideal woman. Yeah. You know, but the right woman is specifically for you.
I think
we can't speak for other men. Right? But generally speaking, most of the women we've dealt with in the past have been good women, right? And I think that a good woman looks good on paper. A good woman looks good on paper.
Supposed to go undefeated on paper.
You know, she has all the things. She can cook, clean, right? She can.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, she's
slaying that thing.
She's loyal, right? She has a good heart. Yeah, she's nice and sweet and good etiquette. She may come from a good family. Right? She's good on when you look at the paper, you're like, yo, this is it. Yeah. Right? But the right woman, has intangibles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The right woman has intangibles that you really can't pinpoint that mesh with your intangibles.
Things that you didn't even know that were important to you.
Yeah. So that's why it's much harder to identify the right woman.
Real estate.
You can't necessarily see them on paper. Yeah. Right? But a good woman, there's plenty of women you could mess with or been involved with that other people would be like, yo, like, why you didn't wife her?
Right. Right.
Yo, like, why you didn't wife her? Or like, yo, she was pretty, bro. She did this. Bro. Like, how could you not wife her, right? Yeah. You'd be like, I don't know, man.
She's really good, though.
Because it's that thing.
Unfortunately, she's just not the right one.
She's going to make somebody really happy one day.
She's not the wrong one.
She's not the wrong one. She's just not the right one.
I agree, Tim.
Right one. And I think when we start talking about good
Thank you for the $5.
Man, I mean, there are, like, everyone's not a good woman, but for the most part, like, we can literally say, like, most of the women we dealt with in the past have been good women, right? It's fair to say, right? But it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter in certain situations. When it comes to, like, taking that next step, right, and building with someone and being with someone, it's not necessarily the good woman that gets that position, or the good man. You know, play both sides.
Right.
Okay, I think the video repeated itself, but I want to give you, or repeated itself, but I want to give you guys a look. Oh, since we're here, you know how they took Kayla Nicole's video down, but then they allow this? Yeah, I'm definitely side-eyeing Instagram. I sure am. Let me see, because then you guys get to listen to this. I want you guys to listen to this too. This is like a little bit of a backstory about their relationship.
So let's fast forward to November. Thanksgiving is coming up, right? I'm not gonna ask you to come home with me for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is more of a, it's your official girlfriend, official boyfriend, official couple thing, right? So I didn't want to take it that far. Plus, I knew she was going to spend time with her family. Probably like a week and a half before I went home, we had a conversation, a really extensive, transparent conversation, right? A vulnerable conversation we had, right? About what we would like to see each other do better, right? And she told me, yo, I would love for you to be better at communicating. I feel like when we're together, it's all good, but when we're not together, I can't read you. I don't know your intentions. I'm not the type of person to just like dismiss what you're talking about, because I cared about her at the time, and I said, okay, cool, you know what? That's fair, and I can do better. I'm like, all you have to do is tell me something one time, and I'm gonna try to put it into action, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
So let's fast forward to November. Thanksgiving is coming up, right? I'm not going to ask you to come home with me.
At the time when we were dating, things were just a bit different. Like, I'm not gonna lie. For one, I was still getting to know him. You know, although we were having so much fun, going out to different restaurants, spending weekends with each other. We even went to Jamaica. I just feel like I knew this person in this one light when things are good, but I really wanted to know the second layer of him. I wanted to peel him back a little bit more. That part was missing from me. And whether or not it was attributed to him holding back or me in my head as a woman, I don't know.
Man, whatever.
Thanksgiving time comes. He's in LA.
Whatever.
He's in LA. First of all, when one thing that I felt that was like, whenever I wasn't around him, like, I just didn't feel that connection. When we weren't around in each other's physical presence, it was on and popping. It was cool. It was just like a fairy tale.
She sounds nonchalant.
Yeah, super. At the time when we were dating, just two different people. It was scary. First of all, he lives in LA. I live in New York. We're at the opposite ends of the country. How are we ever going to make this work? I was creating the narrative a little early that
she was sabotaging us. She was sabotaging us without me doing anything, right? So she was like blocking her own blessings, right? A week before Thanksgiving, I took what she said and I'm applying it, right? I'm hitting her up first. I am making sure I'm following up with my text messages. I'm trying to call her. I'm trying to FaceTime her. I'm just being active because I care. First day I'm in LA, I'm like, what's going on? How you doing? How's, just active communication, right? And she gave me like dry conversation. I'm like, damn, like, what's up? Like, she giving me like real dry ass communication that we haven't spent the last, couple months together doing everything together, right? I'm like something's just weird to me.
Just two different people. It was scary. First of all, he lives in LA. I live in New York. We're at the opposite ends of. This sounds like two people with big egos. It's the perfect package for failure.
I had no ego.
Yes, you did. Stop.
Okay, I had an ego, but I still put myself out there, and she wasn't even like.
Because I felt like he was going back to LA. Probably had some situation over there too. So do what you got to do. When you get back to New York, holla at me. Like you would. So I'll explain my logic about the way I was moving. I think that as a woman, you can sense that like somebody is kind of like. And I just, at the time, I felt like he was. Like, I was like, oh, he's cool. He's chilling. We vibing up. When he's in New York, he goes back to LA, and it's going to be a different story. So whether or not that was me in my head, that's how I felt. I acted like, whatever, okay? I'll see you when you get back type of thing. Clearly, that was like a lot of miscommunication, uncertainty. This sounds like two people with big egos. It's the perfect package for failure.
I had no ego.
Yes, you.
Now the red flags is screaming at me, but Amanda made a good point. She said that he went to Nigeria by himself. She said that, girl, I noted that. Okay. He just seems like a grown boy. Like he doesn't want to take accountability. And I don't know, maybe it's because he's on camera. I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, there's too many red flags with the commentary that he gave on the podcast. And then it's a mess. True. Thank you for the $4.99. She said, ladies, don't invest in men that won't invest in you. Not just monetarily, but spiritually, emotionally, facts, etc. Like if he just takes, you take off. Yeah. But I have to ask, in what ways do you guys feel like he's just taking from her? He's definitely taking her energy, her body. But what other business, her time? He's wasting her time. Is it Kioke? She said, thank you for the $10. She said, sis, I consider myself asexual, but I was always kind of open to a romantic connection. But the older I get and the more BS I see, the more put off of relationship than I already am. Yeah. You ain't missing nothing. Like, this is a headache. Jeez. It's a headache. That's why I'm like, level up, focus on yourself, become the woman that you want to be. You can create the woman that you want to be, focus on yourself, and you have a better chance at attracting a better man. But when you put all your energy and focus into these dusties, they're going to come running, okay? Just like roaches. They're going to come running. They'll find you. Thank you for the $5, Fila. Okay. Yeah, she's putting a lot of time and effort into something that it's literally leading to nowhere. And he has all the signs that he got one foot in and one foot out. Or is it just me? I can't be the only one. But I wanted to show you guys that because, again, it's a group of men sitting down, having a conversation, being honest, letting you know how they think, how they want to move and how they want things and how their standards are set up and how they are as quote unquote men. And I want you guys to take it in like, okay, now I know what to look for. I know what the signs are to avoid men like this. Somebody said he cheated for a fact. Listen, that ain't my business. I'm just here to bring you the light to show you the truth for what these men be doing, okay? That ain't my business. But she's smart. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's all of these things. But he has this imaginary, tangible, I don't know, thing that he needs that she's not giving him. Male sensitivity. Okay, this is obviously a bad relationship. But there are other relationships that are good. This is not even a good example of how men genuinely think. Really? But these are the type of men we be dealing with. You know, we be bumping into like, oh, bumped into it. He put on this facade or this persona that he was a good person, but he ended up being trash. So, and you know, he even said it himself. He probably looks good on paper. Okay, he's a Nigerian. He comes from a good family. He probably has a degree because he's into fitness and things like that. But who knows? I'll have to do some more research on him. And I mean, if you look according to his Instagram, he looks like a well-kept, well-groomed man, right? But he's leading her on and he's breadcrumbing her when he knows he doesn't want to really be with her and settle down. And we got to get better at that. Like, she's intelligent, but not smart when it comes to relationships and choosing wisely. I agree. She's a trophy. And so he's a trophy. And so he is with, somebody said he's a nice looking dusty. Wait. She's a trophy. And so he is for her. Yeah, that's basically it. And you got to make sure. And that's another thing. A lot of these feminine hypergamous channels are grooming women to be trophies, not valued. You got to be careful with that. So make sure you are leveling up to be valued, not only seen as a trophy. This is why we chase purpose over here. We don't chase bags. We chase purpose. Because I feel like if you chase your purpose, it will align with someone else who's chasing their purpose, which then if you guys come together, maybe there's a purpose that you are meant to share together. Like, that's why I preach chase purpose over bags, designer shoes, and rich men, because they're going to leave you disappointed. Trust me. Because I did it the other way. I went out here, dated men that had money, and they treated me like an object, a trophy, a tangible thing that you could just, toss to the side. So if you don't want to be that, level up, become a woman of value, do the internal work. Okay. You could be a polished woman, but you don't have to be just a trophy. You could be a woman of value. You could be a woman of standards. You could be a woman of boundaries. You could be all of these things, but don't just limit yourself to being a trophy. And a lot of these channels promote being just a trophy. And trophies, they get dusty, okay? Trophies get dust. That's what they get. Trust me, I have a lot of trophies. I used to play basketball. I used to run track. I played sports. So I know all about trophies and trophies collect dust. So you got to be careful when you present yourself as the trophy woman. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. So on that note, I'm going to log out, you guys. You guys have a fabulous weekend. Or not weekend. Oh my gosh, it's Monday, y'all. Listen, I was kicking it, okay? I was kicking it all weekend. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm going to have to fight through this live tonight because it's like, But hopefully you guys are going to have a good week. I should be back on here Tuesday. There's a video that I'm reacting to that I just haven't posted yet because I haven't had time to edit it up. And this video is strictly for traditional women. So if you are not a traditional woman, do not watch my next video because it's not for you. It's for women who want to be traditional, who want to live a traditional lifestyle. So if you are not a traditional woman, this video is not for you. It's not for you. If you are a woman that doesn't believe in marriage, if you don't believe in being conservative, if you don't believe in living a conservative life, that video is not for you. So don't even watch because it's going to be triggering. Okay? So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully you have a fabulous week, and I will catch you guys, not Tuesday, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Wednesday. You will catch me Wednesday. Somebody said, you know they're going to click. Well, if you click, you clicking at your own risk. Don't be getting mad at me about what I be saying in that video because it's for traditional women, conservative women, women who want traditionalism, women who want provider men, women who want kids, women who want to get married. If you're not on that type of time, if you're not on that type of lifestyle, that video is not for you. And it's with Candace Owens. So you know what video it is. I done put it out here. I done told y'all what it is. If you watch the video, you watching it at your own risk. Okay, so you guys have a fabulous week and night, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. Please, 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 please hit the like button, please. Thanks.